right, everyone. Welcome back to the show. It's I Quit My Band. And here's the real clap right here. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Comment down below. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok for podcast clips and comedy skits. Get the shirt in the description and subscribe on Patreon. $5 a month to become a quitter. Which camera am I on? Get the cameras on me.
There we go.
Yeah. $5 a month to become a quitter. We are watching the Battle for Ozfest, the 2006 series that was on MTV. We are doing a recap of that show. And it's getting serious. Some things really
much more serious. Like, we thought vest infractions were going to be the highest. Like, about
Dude.
No, there's real infractions.
Real infractions.
Yeah,
there's true infractions.
A true plot twist happens.
Yeah.
It became like a Dateline NBC show by episode 6, right after they did an acoustic ballad for Rob Halford.
I know. Good thing Kelly.
It's just feel good stuff.
Good thing Kelly is an attorney. You know,
Yeah.
he can get himself out of trouble.
Yeah,
we'll see how he pulls himself out of this.
Yeah, he's going to defend himself. Your Honor, my client, me.
That'd be so awesome if he represented himself.
Yeah, I'm going to be
court.
representing myself tonight.
We represent myself tonight in court.
I'd like to call to the stand Rob Halford so I can give him my demo.
Yeah, I'll call this stand Ozzy Osbourne. He's a good guy. He's a good kid. I got him another chance. Anyway,
What's going on?
We got a soundboard. We are having fun with that. Let's go through the sounds a little bit.
Sure, this is a big thing for us.
Just real quick.
Yeah, so we got a classic.
What's going on?
We got the what's going on, right? We got
Piece of cheese, Danushka?
Ted Nugent, piece of cheese, Danushka.
I think it's fucking stock.
That's the best one. Sebastian
so
Bach.
loud.
What's that one?
Hey, Decker.
Vince Neil cameo.
You do some feel good stuff.
Vince Neil throwing up in his
stuff.
mouth. And,
Let's double get it on.
That's let's double get it on. If you think that is the devil's in all of you, it's not. It's let's double get it on.
If you think it's indecipherable, it's the double get it on.
Let's double get it on.
Yeah, so that's just a new element we're sprinkling into this goddamn thing.
We finally got the camera set up, which is like this is the true setup.
Yeah, we're here. We're doing
True and perfect form. So no better way to start off, our first true and perfect form episode than a review of one of your favorite bands, Evan, Modest Mouse. They put out a new record called An Eraser and a Maze this past Friday. It's their 8th record, I think.
That sounds right.
First in a couple years since the Golden Casket, which was 2023.
I thought 2021, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's been 5 years.
Maybe it's been 5 years. Maybe. Yeah, you're right. 2021. And you just did a tier list episode, Modest Mouse. Why don't you
you give
us the introduction because you're the Modest Mouse.
You have the
guy.
floor.
Modest Mouse, indie rock legends out of Washington. One of my favorite bands, their early records, Lonesome Crowded West and The Moon in Antarctica, among my favorite albums of all time. They're an interesting band to me for a lot of reasons. One, I really like their music, and I think that their trajectory as a band is very interesting. Like, their early records, which a lot of people hail as, like, classics, are built around, like, the main 3 members of the band, Isaac Brock, Eric Judy, and Jeremiah Greene, and they're, like, very jam-centric. They're, like, clearly a band that they'd been playing together since, like, high school. They just had such a, like, rapport, and a lot of those songs are built on dynamics. And then they get signed to a major label and have a hit with Float On, and I feel like that kind of changes the trajectory of the band completely. They good news for people who love bad news ends up becoming a big hit. They follow it up with We Were Dead Before the Ship Even Sank. They bring Johnny Marr on with that record. And then there's like a long break where I think it's like 8 or 9 years between We Were Dead Before the Ship Even Sank and Strangers to Ourselves. And in that time, Eric Judy leaves the band, which is the founding bassist. And I think they've had kind of like a revolving door of people filling that space then. Strangers to Ourselves, a disappointing record, I think, for me and like most Modest Mouse fans. It's just like one of those albums that felt like overthought and undercooked. like the production is like there's tons of layers all over the place, but like the songs themselves are not the strongest. Golden Casket comes out 5 or 6 years later, and that is like seen as another disappointment. I didn't mind it. I think like there's a couple really strong songs on there, but the production is like almost pop level production. Like there's so many layers, and so many things going on. And they're just a very different band, like the way they approach songwriting and how they sound. And a year after the Golden Casket comes out, Jeremiah Greene dies of cancer. So Isaac Brock is like the last remaining original member of Modest Mouse. Yeah. And then they followed it up with this album. So I was interested to see how it would sound. Like Golden Casket started to kind of sound like an Isaac Brock solo project. And I wanted to see if that would just continue to carry on. Like this is always just going to feel like Isaac's music now.
Was Jeremiah Greene in the band when Golden Casket came out?
Yes.
He recorded it with him? I didn't
Yeah,
know
he
that.
only missed one album. He missed the big one.
Yeah.
Good News for People Who Love Bad
which
News.
is crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had like a nervous breakdown right before they went into the studio, and there was like a lot of pressure on them because
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, the Moon in Antarctica, like that was their major label debut for Epic, and like instead of writing like pop songs, they just like made this giant like epic with like all the studio time, and I don't think it sold particularly well.
Yeah.
So like they had like A&R breathing on down their like
Neck.
that's the word.
Yeah.
I'm not used to being the one to
Yeah,
like
you're-
lay out
Dude,
the band.
it's been the longest, most uninterrupted
Yeah,
chunk of
yeah.
speaking in the
Well,
podcast history.
it's because I just learned all of this stuff yesterday.
Yeah, Evan.
when I send over
After watching the tier list video, I was like, yeah, no, I knew that for sure. I knew all of that.
Oh, and Evan's the resident Modest
Yeah.
Mouse.
Yeah, you've been the-
Modest Mouse guy.
yeah.
Everyone on the show has a band that we can like just attach by a string, and I
Yeah.
think yours is Modest Mouse.
Talk
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Give me every Wikipedia entry imaginable.
Yeah. I mean, we're all kind of on the spectrum in the way that we obsess over things,
Yes.
and they're all different bands. We kind of, I don't know, we all kind of jive over certain things, but
Yeah, there's
you know,
always one. That's
there's always
like,
one.
Yes, I know every single
Thing.
about this
Yeah,
band.
Kings of Leon.
Yeah, there was a point.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
There was a point where I was reviewing the Japanese import
Yeah,
EP that I was like, maybe I went too
You
far.
did go too far. I mean, I enjoyed the tier list, but I was like, damn, I didn't even know about these.
That was your reaction upon watching. That was the first perfect
Yeah,
drop.
that was
Took a while to get it dialed
very
in, but that
good.
was
Yeah.
just fucking boom.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I've always like I think I found out about Modest Mouse because of Float On when I was like younger. And I didn't know like until recently that they started off as just like a bare bones like trio, which makes them a lot cooler in my eyes. And then you told me to go back and listen to their earlier records. The Moon in Antarctica is really good. That was probably the first one I listened to, and I was like, oh yeah, like these songs are fucking awesome, and I've heard them in things like Gravity Rides Everything, and like what's the other one? Fucking
Third Planet.
not Third Planet, Dark Center of the Universe.
Oh yeah, great song.
Like amazing songs, really catchy. But yeah, like I didn't know, like I always thought of them as like this like Arcade Fire level, like there's a million guys and it's really just one guy. You know, I like them a lot. Like I'm a big fan of Good News for People Who Love Bad News. We had it up there at some point. I don't know if it's still there. And I remember I went and saw them back in 2015, and I was like really pumped to go see them. And I was like, I'm sure they're gonna play like The View and Ocean Breeze,
Black
Salty,
Cadillacs.
and like fucking Dark Center of the Universe and Gravity Rides Everything, and like a couple other ones. And I was like, I probably won't play a bunch of new stuff. And they played pretty much only new stuff, and then they played Float On second in like a very begrudging manner. They're just like, yeah, you might know this one, and like sped through it, and then like they also showed up to the stage like 35 minutes late.
That's not bad
And-
considering what some artists do.
Yeah, but I did have like a great spot, and then I
Yeah.
had to pee. I was like waiting so long that I had to pee, so I left, and then like for the rest of the concert, I was just like roaming around, drunk, and yeah, I always like. I liked Modest Mouse, but since that concert, I have a little bit of a
A
thorn
bone
in my
to pick.
side
Yeah.
because of it.
You went to go see them on the new album, and they played the new album, and you're
Yeah.
like, "Fuck,
What
dude."
the fuck?
Yeah. God
Yeah.
forbid band. I don't want bands to tour on their new
Yeah,
shit.
they played their big song second.
I
It
do
wasn't
remember
even
that.
an encore.
He said something like, "Yeah, people like this song. I don't know why." He was like, and I think that
Yeah.
might be the only. I've seen them like 5 or 6 times. I think I've only seen them play Float On once, maybe
Yeah,
twice.
it was the Strangers to Ourselves
yeah.
tour. Yeah, it was like 2015, maybe. I don't know. Do you like? What's your experience?
I don't
with
really
Modest
know
Mouse?
much at all. I mean, Evan preempted this by saying me preparing for JJ to give my favorite band's
Yeah.
album a 5.6.
Yeah.
And it's who with a gun in his mouth?
it's the scene from In the Line of Fire where John Malkovich puts a gun in his
Yeah.
mouth. Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
damn, dude.
Hit me with the do some feel good stuff.
You do some feel good stuff.
Yeah.
That's why. That's almost why I did the tier list.
Yeah.
I was like, let me nerd out
Yeah.
in peace
Yeah.
before my
No, it
boys
was-
hit me with
Well,
the fucking
here's the
fire.
It was necessary.
I knew nothing really about the band. I just know they're one of Evan's favorites. So I was like going into it expecting like a certain thing, and it was different than the thing that I expected. There's a band or a guy named Neil Cicierega. Are either of you familiar? He's
Yeah.
like a remix artist. He's
Yeah, I
also
know who he is.
Lemon Demon.
Yeah.
He did a song called Modest Mouth where he mashed up a Modest Mouse song with Smash Mouth.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, and so he did a whole album dedicated to Smash Mouth.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, it's called Mouth Sounds. So that was where I was like, oh, Modest Mouse.
Yeah.
Okay, and yeah, so
And
that's
my
it.
second favorite band is Smash Mouth.
Yeah,
Smash
so
Mouth. That
I
makes
can't believe I don't
perfect.
know that exists.
It's perfect, actually.
Yeah,
But-
they're kind of a strange band for that reason because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people where it's like you say that you like Modest Mouse and they're like, oh yeah, Fired Up and Float
On, dude. Yeah.
And like they don't even know.
They
about
don't know.
Cowboy Dan, dude.
That's I mean, that's what I was saying before. Like the band with the string. You know, we all have like that. We like you just know the backstory more than anyone else. And Modest Mouse is all like it's a band that like you might like you said like it's kind of like a shallow like people might think it's like a shallow listen, but like the lyrics are fucking amazing. Like I listened to Mark Kozlik's like covers album,
Yeah.
Tiny Cities Made of Ash, where he did like all Modest Mouse covers, and like like the way he does that, like makes the songs just so much more crushing, and you like listen to the lyrics and you're just like, holy fuck, there's a lot more going on here than just like pop rock.
yeah,
you
he
know?
does Never Ending Math Equation on there. There's
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Ocean Breathe Salty is like so sad.
hearing this fucking Marcos like barely whisper
Yeah,
it.
dude, it's so sad. Anyways, this new record, An Eraser and a Maze, just came out this past Friday. Like we said, it's their 8th record. It's their first one without like either Jeremiah or Eric Judy being in the band.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every album up to this point had at least had one of them. Eric Judy left. So the last 2 were not with him. And this is also the first one that they've had on an independent label since Lonesome Crowded West.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think like they turned it into Epic and Epic didn't want it. And they're like, all right.
Fuck.
Yeah, dude, just
That's
like,
rough.
So
Damn.
much for our float on days.
Yeah. Don't you remember that? Remember that was in Mazda commercials and shit?
Maybe we should have played it a little bit slower. So what is? Let's ask you first.
Yeah.
What's your initial thoughts of this record?
I think that my expectations were like properly set for this record.
Yeah.
Like a new Modest Mouse album comes out. I'm not like we're finally getting Lonesome Crowded West Part 2. Like that band was over by the time I even started getting into them because I got in.
The band
on
was
good
over
news.
before the ship even sank.
Yeah, exactly. And the last 2 were like particularly not that interesting to me. Like they had their highlights for sure.
Yeah.
But very produced, and I was like, I had kind of come to grips with the idea of like, I have this enormous back catalog that I love, and it's going to give them an excuse to go on tour where I'm going to be able to hear like 10 of those songs every 2 years or whatever. But I was pleasantly surprised by aspects of this record. I think that it's some of his strongest lyrics in a while.
Yeah.
They're different than they used to be. Like they're much more blunt now.
Yeah.
But some of the subject matter, like, there's songs that are clearly about like mortality.
Yeah.
In like a very frank, honest way. I do like the production on this more than I liked the past few records. It feels a bit more like a rock band instead of like a very densely packed recording project, which I think the last two kind of felt that way to me.
Yeah.
How about you? What did you think?
I mean, I thought a lot of the same thing. Like, I guess like the past two Modest Mouse records I listened to, Golden Casket and Stranger to Ourselves, like, it just felt like they lost. Like, there was hints of what Modest Mouse was in there with like Lampshades and Fire. Like, it has the
Crazy
bends.
whammy,
the whammy bend, but like it's still got like the reverb and like the piano, and like it's so maximal. And then same thing, and then there's other songs on that record that are just like, what the fuck is going on? Like Pistol,
the worst.
It's so bad.
We don't talk about Pistol.
We don't want to talk about. But then there's like Coyote, which is like, all right, this is like, it's kind of their old roots, but that record it felt overproduced to me. Same thing with Golden Casket. It just was like, yeah, there's elements of this band here, and it's mostly Isaac Brock's voice.
Yeah.
And that's really it. Like, and just how he sings. Like, that's the only, like, really identifying factor. But, like, you could just put anybody behind this music, and it would be like, oh, yeah, this is a fucking Muse album. You know what I mean?
Bro,
Like,
don't hit me with Muse.
I'm
on
sorry,
Golden
dude.
That's
Casket.
tough, man.
But there's, like...
I
Give
think
me a
it's
G's.
fucking stocks.
Oh damn, dude! God damn, I got Lars and
Yeah,
Muse.
dude.
That's me right now.
Jeez. But yeah, I mean, maybe not Muse.
No,
but
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
going
But
on?
this one, I felt like there was still elements of that, but there was more Modest Mouse back in it. The back half of the record goes a little bit wonky, but it's not as bad. And there's like, it's more of a record for me where it's like if you cut out like 3 songs, then you have a really solid like Return album. You know what I mean?
I would completely agree.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the 3 that we would cut.
Okay.
I think Rotten Fruit.
Yeah.
I think Song About Nothing.
Yes,
I like-
for sure. That's the one where I was like, okay, what the
Yeah.
fuck is going to happen for the rest of this record?
There's like elements of it I like he screams on that song, but it's like so
Yeah.
buried. But
Yeah.
like it does kind of feel like Lamb Chop. Like this is the song that
Yeah,
like
yeah,
something
yeah.
like just a throwaway.
Yeah.
Absolutely Necessary never was like, I started to think that, and then like it got stuck in my head
Oh
later.
no, I love that song.
I didn't like it at first, but like it has a kind of like undeniably like catchy hook in it. So
Yeah, and it has like
I'll give it a pass.
it feels like the Depeche Mode, and it's not what I think of when I think of Modest Mouse.
Yeah.
But it's like there are parts of the last 2 albums that feel like them trying to recapture an idea of what they
Yeah.
were. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Lampshades on Fire feels like very much we're trying to do We Were Dead again.
yeah.
Whereas like that genuinely felt like something new. It was clearly not what you think of with Modest Mouse, but I
Yeah.
did like that.
I think maybe the other one might be for me. I Can't Talk Right Now.
Yes, that's the
Yeah.
one where the lyrics feel the most like Unk's talking about his phone, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Unk's talking about the fucking.
We had to get one
getting
about the
canceled.
phone in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I like the angle of it, like that we stay in contact all day, but
Yeah.
if you like want to actually have communication with someone, it's like, not right now, I'm busy. You know?
Yeah, and it's also like it does feel. I mean, after the first, like it's kind of crazy how off a cliff it kind of goes after Interlude. You know, like Interlude truly breaks up the record. Like the first 5,
Makes sense.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the
Yeah.
first 5 like kick ass, and then it gets into like experimentation land, which is fine, But like when you hit me with I Can't Talk Right Now, right after, I was like, okay, I don't like. We're in murky waters,
Yeah. I like Speak and Spell.
Speak and Spell's really good.
Yeah,
like
I
it
think,
a lot.
I think it has
Yeah.
my favorite instrumental. I don't think he quite nails the vocals on it. Like some of the verses feel a little wordy.
Yeah,
But musically, it's awesome. I love the guitars. It's the most that their guitar work has reminded me of something off of like Lonesome Crowd of West.
I thought so too.
Or The Moon in Antarctica. I do like Absolutely Necessary Never. And the closer, I think, is really good.
One of the strongest tracks on the record. I mean, Look How Far is pretty good. That was like the first single, right?
Yeah, and that one, I think like 3 different drummers played on the album, but Janet Weiss from Quasi
that's
and Slater Kinney played on that one.
nice.
Nice. Good to see Janet getting some
Yeah,
work.
Janet. Yeah, after Annie Clark ruined
her band.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
that band all up.
Yeah, I enjoyed the album much more than I thought. I don't know. I didn't really think I was gonna dislike it, but I had like no expectations at all. Besides hoping I didn't hate it, so I don't have to explain why I hate something to Evan. And I didn't.
Well, he does it all the time to you. Fuck.
well,
I'm
don't know.
articulate. I'm like,
Yeah.
let me break it down.
Yeah,
for you.
I'm more
No,
of
I'm
just
kidding.
like I don't like it,
Yeah.
and I'm shutting down.
I'm shutting it down.
That's how it goes. But anyways, no, the album really, my only complaint, which you guys addressed, is that to me it's way too long, or not way too long, but like it's 48 minutes, which isn't that bad. You know, I mean, like we listened to that one Metallica album one time.
Yeah.
It was like an hour fucking and a
Yeah.
half or something.
Yeah.
It's not like that, but I think 15 songs is too many. You know, I think it would be a strong 10 or 11. You know, you guys floated cutting 3. I'd cut more like 5.
Modest Mouse typically has really long albums.
Is that their
though.
thing?
I think they float between like 13 and 15, don't they?
Yeah, like the first 3 albums, I
Yeah.
think, are all over an hour.
Oh, really?
And I think Good News is also pretty long.
I think that's one of the short. It's like 45, 48.
But
somewhere
yeah,
there.
it's got a.
But it still has like 16 songs.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of songs on it.
And I guess as a younger band, you can flex more creative muscles that
Yeah.
way. Where like, how many albums do they have now? Like what?
8, I think.
8.
Yeah.
All right, I thought they would have more, but still, like by number 8, you're really like, you know,
Yeah.
there's only so much you can go for or whatever. But
Yeah.
I really like the opening track. I think Picking Dragon's Pockets. I just think that was my favorite one.
It's really good.
It opens with a really good energy for the whole thing that they seldom return to.
Yeah.
Because it's much more of like a. Even though I didn't listen to lyrics that much detail, there's like kind of a heartfelt type, you know, singer-songwritery type thing going on a lot. But no, I just think it was a little too long. You know,
It's a little bit long, but like, yeah, those first 5 tracks like really make it like worth it. Like Picking Dragon's Pockets is great.
Yeah.
It has a little like Dark Center of the Universe, like that guitar, like
yes,
I don't even know what to call it. Like it's
dude.
it's like a better produced. It's very thick.
Yeah.
But it has the same vibe.
There's a
Yeah, like,
That's right.
There's a song on here that's eerily similar to a new TV's Norm song unreleased. Like the notes are similar to Dread in a way.
Which one?
I forget which one.
Is it Third Side of the Moon?
Might be Third Side of the Moon. It's just like the similar notes.
Yeah, I
you
could
know,
probably hear
they
that.
probably went to one of your shows and were like, "Fuck."
yeah, Isaac
That's
Rock
good.
was,
I'm pretty sure I watched him play that
Yeah.
live like 5 years ago, so maybe I probably
Yeah.
stole it from him, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Third Side of the Moon is the moment in the record where I was like, okay, this is their best in a long time.
Yeah.
It's an incredible song.
It's a good
Has
chord
some-
movement, chord progression
Yeah.
movement stuff.
Some great lyrics on it. It's very sad. It's clearly about. I thought it was about Jeremiah Greene. Apparently, it's about like Jeremiah Greene and another
Sam
guy.
Jane.
Yeah, Sam Jane.
He was a singer of Link. They were a band in, I think they were Olympia, Washington.
Yeah.
Like they were like and that was like a band that like early on the guys from Modest Mouse would go to see
Oh, okay.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that song is
It's
brutal.
crushing, dude.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Like I really like that lyric. Like, am I the shade or the shadow? Like,
Yeah.
am I helping people around me or
Yeah.
am I just fucking them up? And
Ooh,
And
then
then
that's
like
nice.
the color of the eyes that changes every single time was like, man, that's deep.
yeah,
you
it's
know?
like, what do you remember of people that are gone? And then
Yeah.
that
You
line.
gotta do some feel good stuff.
Sorry.
right in the middle. No,
I'm just trying it
when
out.
it gets too heartfelt, just throw
Yeah,
a little.
just- yeah,
just
yeah.
remind us where we are, dude.
Hey, Decker.
Quit fucking
so
around.
But yeah, that line where he's like, I was talking to my mom and she says the way you're living it is gonna kill more than you.
Yeah.
And like that lyric coming from the guy that wrote "The Good Times Are
Yeah,
Killing Me"
yeah.
is just like, fuck.
Still all these years later, you know.
I mean, I looked at their artist photo on Spotify because, again, know nothing about these guys besides that they're Evan's boys. And Like these are guys that Evan would like for sure.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I can't.
White jumpsuit.
I can't really describe it,
Yeah.
but particularly this guy. Is that Isaac Brock?
That's Isaac
Isaac
Brock.
Brock.
Yeah, this guy really is putting down
Yeah.
an energy that's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I looked up some old performances of them playing like Dark Center of the Universe and Teeth Like God Shoe Shine on YouTube because I like it. I got this album and then your tier list video. I got put into a
The MM zone.
just
dude.
dude, I was in
You were in the
zone.
M&M
I was
store,
like,
dude, Times
don't
Square.
talk to me. I'm watching YouTube videos for the next 2.5 hours.
Did
know
you
what
go
I mean?
like way back where he has like the mutton chops?
Yes, I was way
Yeah,
back
dude.
there. He was like skinny. He had the
Yeah.
mutton chops. His head was like Mr.
Longer?
Incredible. Yeah. And I was like,
He's playing
damn.
like an Ibanez.
yeah,
like metal
he's like a
guitar.
metal guitar. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, it's so weird, like how I just never thought of this. Like I knew of them, like they were that, form at one point, but I never like really like I never saw it. I never like went and watched videos of it. And it is just like it's wild to be like, yeah, these were just three bros,
Yeah.
just fucking jamming.
Every good band has a mutton chops phase.
Yes, it's true.
They should.
I
should.
did. I'm not a part of a band, but I had a mutton chops phase.
You did have a mutton chops.
They went down,
Yeah.
and then I cut them at like a really
Yeah.
specific angle,
Yeah.
and no girls liked me.
I remember
the
trying.
relief
Yeah.
picture fucking chops.
Yeah,
dude.
it was rough.
Yeah, that's the deterrent. Of
Yeah.
me, yeah.
Yeah, it's literally like a magnet,
Yeah.
a repelling magnet.
Yeah.
Should we do? Or what were we gonna say?
I just wanted to talk about a couple more songs
Okay.
before we go in. Yeah, no, but I do agree with you. It's like they're such a hard band to like even like visual, like because like
Yeah.
it's like there's the early, there's the middle, there's now,
Yeah.
and they are so different. But I really liked Remember Yourself. It's like
Remember Yourself is really good. Yeah.
really sad and somber. Like it almost feels like he's like talking about like talking to his kids or something like that. Like Remember Yourself, Not Me. I love that line. Life's a Dream is very good as well. I think
Yeah.
it's repetitive, and some of the songs can get repetitive. Like they fall on a refrain, and we'll keep
Yeah.
coming back to it. And then Dog Bed in Heaven, which I really liked, but I could also see somebody listening it to the first time, not knowing much about Modest Mouse, being like, "What the fuck? Literally, is this?"
I liked it. I mean, it's different. Like I like the instrumentation of it more than anything. Like it's very like skeletal and the kind of country bluegrass flair that's like kind of weaved in there. It's really neat. And it feels like they do that on like a lot of their records have like a kind of more like a solo, Isaac Rock moment.
And like more acoustic instrumentation,
Yeah.
like post, like when he went off and did Ugly Casanova,
Yeah.
you hear a lot of that on like Good Times, like the banjo
Yeah.
and the acoustic and stuff like that. I did like that as like a throwback to that era.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
And now you have permission to see it.
You have permission to see it. We got to get a bang.
We
on
do
that.
have permission.
Yeah,
now
now
you're
you
by
have
permission. Good job.
Let's double get it
Yes.
on.
Let's double
Good
get it
one.
on.
Yeah,
Who's going first?
I feel like Evan should go last.
I feel like Evan should go.
So
last.
Nate, you go first.
I'll go first. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by this. Like, I tried not to take your tier list recommendation. I was like, okay, I'll be the judge of that.
Relax,
Yeah.
pal.
But like, yeah, like just from how much I did not enjoy, like Stranger to Ourselves was the album where I was like, it's all right, and then like Golden Casket, I was like, after the first 3 tracks, I was like, fuck this, I'm not listening to this. So this was, it started off good. It had a couple shaky moments, but it's obviously not like raw or anything. It's not like they went like all the way back. But they did go back, and like there's a lot more Modest Mouse in here than like I remember being on Stranger to Ourselves or Golden Casket. Like it feels like they just went back to their roots a little bit, which is interesting because he's the only surviving original member. So, maybe like not, being in the studio with either of those guys anymore, like really kind of like brought something back to just, kind of like do an introspective type of thing. But yeah, it was it's a decent record. Like it's definitely their best in a while. Definitely better than Strangers to Ourselves. Definitely better than Golden Casket. I think you said it was their best since We Were Dead, and that's probably 100% true. I'd probably give it like a 6.8.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I had no expectations, like I said before. I do think there were like a lot more softer moments on this record than I was expecting. But I don't necessarily like ding it for that. Like I said, my major complaint is that it just feels kind of sloggish at times. Like there's like repetitive moments, and repetitive is fine until you repeat the repetitiveness too long, and then it's like, all right, let's move on to a different idea. But it sounds really good. We didn't really talk about the production very much. I think it's got some nice production on it. And also, like, you know, they're still taking swings. It's solid indie rock, and I think that like no one really knows what indie rock is anymore. You know, because it could be aggro, or it could be like heartfelt, or it could be like a mixture of both, or it could be just like fucking IPA core shit. Like, no one really knows. But either way, I think they towed the line and didn't like sell themselves out. But there's also not like a true banger on here. I mean, there are good songs, but not one that's like that is a Ford commercial. But that's also not a bad thing, you know. I don't know. I'm kind of torn between like, man, do I want to come back to this and like give it a lot more of a chance because maybe there's some like stickier stuff there that like I couldn't get past because like it was just too long or whatever. Regardless, I didn't hate it. I enjoyed listening to it. So I think I'm gonna go around where Nate is and give it like a 6-7.
All right.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I unsurprisingly enjoyed it probably a bit more than both of you did.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I definitely think it's their strongest since We Were Dead. I don't think it comes close to that album's highlights. But I do think that overall it's like pretty consistent record. I do think that like there are some valleys on the back half. I think it starts like very strong for me. Like where each song is good and it has a different vibe. It's like reminding you of different eras of the band, and they do feel more like energized, and they feel more like a band on this than their past two records. Like even Strangers to Ourselves, which you know, Jeremiah is still in the band, but it just felt so like claustrophobic with all the production. Whereas I didn't feel that way with this one. And I do think this is some of his stronger lyrics over the past two records as well. I don't think like there's nearly as many of those like super memorable lines that he would drop on the earlier records, but I do like his like getting his perspective at where he's at this point in his life and what he's been through with like losing one of his closest band members. And there's a couple like really standout tracks for me, like Impossible Some Days I've really enjoyed listening to. That reminds me the most of something from like The Moon in Antarctica. And Picking Dragon's Pockets is probably my other favorite, like from the time that was a single. That's really stuck with me as well. And yeah, I think it's like a solid late era record. You know, like it's one of those things where I don't know, like what would an ideal Modest Mouse album even sound like to me now? So like being able to get an album that I am going to continue to come back to, and I think it's like risen in my estimation as I've listened to it. So I'm going to go 7.3.
7.3.
Nice.
Right. And that's a 6.9.
Oh,
You do some feel good stuff.
some feel good stuff.
Almost got it. But I think that's a hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what kind of hell yeah. Do some feel good stuff. Hell yeah.
We cannot rely on the soundboard.
We can't do this.
We cannot sell out.
Yeah.
Evan said so. Hell yeah.
Evan said it's a hell yeah.
Elvin said it's a hell yeah.
Evan said it's a hell yeah. 6.9 out of 10.
Piece of cheese, Danushka?
Piece of cheese, Danushka?
I don't know.
Someone commented that was
I'm
like,
impressed that one.
Someone commented was like, I've been saying piece of cheese, Danushka all over my house. I was like, yeah.
Piece of cheese, Danushka?
I mean, which is so funny because like you're just talking about I mean, nobody's fault, but like that moment, Ted is being incredibly predatory and
Yeah,
gross.
and weird.
Yeah.
He's trying to make up for whatever he did.
Yeah, whatever NDA we had to be handed out. Well, that's just fine. I like that whatever brain disease we all have is now getting spread to the listeners.
Infecting everybody. Yeah,
Exactly.
But yeah, like you were saying before, like you were like, I don't know if there's like a banger on here. For me, I think the banger is Third Side of the Moon.
Maybe
Yeah.
so.
Like I really like that song. It's
and
really
like
good.
how it picks up in the
Yeah.
back half and it like
Yeah.
becomes
Yeah.
like it starts to almost feel like it's swelling and
Yes.
he's yelling to stay over the music. And I agree with what you were talking about, how like when you say indie rock, what do you even mean?
What is it anymore? Like,
Not-
I feel like in 2007, everyone knew what indie rock was.
But I feel like Modest Mouse is almost like a perfect example of that.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Because
Yeah.
like when I say indie rock, I'm thinking of like shit luck.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But it could also mean float on. It could also mean fucking dashboard and
could also mean, hey,
yeah.
Yeah.
Could mean that.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it could mean that.
yeah. I think to a lot of people it means that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which
is
blows.
awful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
sucks.
disappointing.
Yeah.
Let us know what you thought. Let us know what you thought of this album in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok for podcast clips and comedy skits. Get the shirt in the description and subscribe to our Patreon page. $5 a month to become a quitter. Watch Battle for Ozfest along with us. New episodes come out every Sunday.
It's really good.
It's really a lot of fun. Watching, a show that is worse than Supergroup. It's one of the. I can't believe it was on TV.
with
It
just
really
as
is.
famous of people.
Just as famous as people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make an appearance.
Well, at least one
One.
as
One.
famous.
And there's like
Yeah.
a sprinkling of others.
Yeah, yeah.
The main characters
It's like
are not.
It's like Grand Theft Auto, where you walk across, or maybe not Grand Theft Auto, but like Guitar Hero or something, like where as you keep going forward,
yeah,
there's
now we have to
side
battle
quests.
Slash.
Yeah, it's like Zach Wilde makes you eat bats.
Yeah.
like something like that.
Randy Blythe hazes you
Yeah.
into almost having heat stroke.
And Zach Wilde just standing in the corner, you don't even interact with him in the game. He just eat a bat, it's just that.
He's an NPC.
He's an NPC, exactly.
so that's what you have to look forward to
Yeah.
on the Patreon.
Yeah, go over there, $5 a month. We will see you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.